As we conclude week 3, I'm beginning to get more thesis work. I'm getting more requests for looking at your work, which is good. Make sure that all of your work now is in the Word document, that you're building on what you had either last semester or whether you're generating it new for the first time. Make sure that you work as much as possible in the Word document so that each of our tutoring sessions we can review that. I can look at the work and the text that you have at that point, and we can build our discussions around what you have completed there. So I would also recommend that if you haven't already, to make sure that you've looked at all of the posts in class announcements. Some are videos, some are just text, but do spend the time to look at the content, look at the information here, and ask if you're not sure what I'm explaining here. A lot of the information that I'm posting to class announcements are conversations that I'm having at that particular week, and also based on what I've seen in the past, information that I think you'll find useful at different parts of the writing process at different times. So I really find it important, I think, for you to use class announcements as kind of a tutorial space where you can really get additional information that we've discussed in our tutoring sessions, but also maybe get information that wasn't covered but still relevant. And I think that we can save a lot of time before you ask me to review anything, that you make sure that you, 1, go through the class announcements, 2, make sure that you understand it, and if not, ask, and 3, make sure that you look at your work before you send it to me and make as many changes as you can based on what's been covered in class announcements. And finally, make sure that the tutoring sessions that are all being recorded, that you go back and check those so that we're not having the same conversations from one tutoring session to the next. Make sure that you go and listen back over to maybe some of the feedback that I'm providing or some of the suggestions that I'm making, and make sure that you understand them. And also, if you're not clear on what was discussed, ask. Let me know. Come back and we can have that discussion again, preferably before our next tutoring session, so you can continue to make progress. Sometimes during the tutoring session, maybe certain things are understood, and then later as you get into it, there's maybe confusion will emerge later on, which is normal. So the main thing is that you are consciously making an effort to understand what was being discussed in the tutoring sessions. You're referring to class announcements, getting help, and obviously any other sources that you find useful, that you're using everything that's available to you so that you're getting the most out of our tutoring sessions and that you're making as much progress as you can. Now, the last thing I'll mention, I created a short video that I'll include below, but I want to just remind everyone, we've been talking a lot about primary research articles, which are very important, and you should have at least 3 primary research articles in your final thesis. If you have more, that's great. But also remember that there's a good source, eBrary, where complete books can be found, and I highly recommend that you take a look at eBrary and make sure that if you are finding or needing a book, that you check that place first so that you're getting the information that you need. Remember that in eBrary, when you sign in, and I'll sign in right now, alright, so when you sign in, also go in, there's a second step here where you're asked to sign in again. Make sure you sign in again the second time once you're within eBrary, because then you have access to your own personal bookshelf. And so as you go through and you're looking at different books, that know that you can highlight this information and it's saved automatically in your own personal bookshelf. And as you notice here, when I signed in, this was from a prior session. This was from, in fact, a long time ago. I highlighted this text some time ago, but you'll see here it takes me directly to that link. And so here, when you're within a book, you can highlight different pieces of text and reference it then or access it from your bookshelf in this way. And you can also add folders and organize all of this however you wish. But use this site because I think it'll help you as well get information, especially from books, pertaining to your topic. So let me know how things are going. I will be checking work this weekend, and will continue checking as I get emails. But do make sure that you go back to class announcements. Use this source. Again, I'm going to be uploading video and text throughout the semester. And if you're not subscribed to the posts, subscribing to this post will automatically send you a notification, so you'll get an email every time that I post something. But it's not necessary. If you go in frequently enough and just check the videos, check the new videos as they come in, I think that will serve you well. So have a good week, and I look forward to seeing your progress in the coming days. And 3,